little loop. What a good camp meal for breakfast. All right, welcome back to the Scollyn Acre Wood. We just drove up here. It's Friday night, so we've got kind of a late start. As you can see, it's pretty dark. Just some things I wanted to show you that I didn't show you last time. To make sure our drinking water is good, not only do we filter it a little bit, we put this little chemical in that keeps a lot of the bacteria out. Moving through. Let's go check this side. There it is. All right, cool. Tonight's dinner: fire roasted baked potatoes and hot dogs. Perfect, crisp. Perfect. I like mine. Some chili. Alright, that's dinner for the night. We're getting ready for bed, the fire's out. We're going to set the camera up for the night, and we're going to try and film like a night lapse, and there might be some aurora borealis tonight, so we're going to see if we can't see it, but we'll definitely get a night lapse, and I will see you guys in the morning. Like every good morning in the mountains, we start with coffee. So we're gonna go ahead and get that started. Some coffee, pre-made it, so it's good to go. That one on there, some hot chocolate for the kids. All right, next, we need to work on breakfast. We've kind of got this dialed in too. I take this hose, and underneath the RV we have this quick disconnect for our propane. And then we've got our nice little black stone here. And this side comes straight from the RV. Screws right in. Put that in there. Beautiful like. Put that on. Oof. Beautiful. Cheers. Doing pancakes this morning. I got some eggs and some sausage. Let's see, that's like one pancake. Two, maybe a pancake. We're gonna start with some sausage. We'll start throwing some pancakes on there, and we'll do some fried eggs too. It's gonna be delicious with a capital delish. Coffee break. All right, get some flapjacks. Any of you remember that cartoon? Flapjack, The Adventures of Flapjack? It was the worst cartoon ever. It is windy up here. I guess this will be a good test for these little mics, huh? These are just the DJI minis, and then I got the little wind protector fuzzy thing on there. Kind of want to add some googly eyes to it, make it look like one of the Harry Potter pets. Do you guys do the bubble trick with your pancakes? Do you ever try and see once all the bubbles have popped, that's when it's time to flip it? That's what I was taught as a kid. I don't even know where from. It was my great-great-granddad's pancake trick. Flip it when all the bubbles are gone. Alright, pancakes, sausage, and eggs for breakfast. Time to go devour. So last week, we came up here and we cleared a spot for the outhouse, cut down the trees out of the way, picked up most of the branches. So now it's time for the worst part. We dig the outhouse hole. Now, we're up in the Uinta Mountains here in Utah, and they're made of rock. So I'm really hoping we don't run into any big rocks as we dig this. And I'm hoping we can do it by hand and we don't have to get an excavator up here. But we might have to, so we will find out. So let's start this hole. Here's our progress. Come a long way. Almost as tall as Tabby Girl. Alright, so I think we finished the hole. Ended up being fairly deep. Camera doesn't really do it justice, but there it is. So the next step is to build it, bring it up, construct it, and we'll be good to go. I was trying to lay in my hammock right here, but the sun kept getting in my eyes. So I decided I'm gonna build a small roof over it. So I'm gonna attach a pole from here to this tree here, then to there, and then back to there. And then I'm gonna lay poles across it. Okay, you wanna help me measure again? All right, hold it there. Got it?
Yeah.
All right, let it go. Well, that one was not long enough. That was a foot short. Who would have guessed? Go throw this back in the woods. Oh, this knot's gonna screw me. I'll start with that, just to get it up. Do that same thing on this side. Use that to start the hitch. Had a big old ant on me. I threw the wrong thing down. So you take two ends, twist it once, twist it twice, fold it, see how it makes that pretzel? Well, then the hole there on that pretzel end, I grab our top loop, pull it through, boom, create this little loop. Now it's kind of funny, so I'm doing this project, right? Because this spot was in the shade, or not in the shade earlier. Now it's probably in the shade more than it was earlier, but now I probably could have just laid in it just fine. That one's a nope. Oh, that's a good one. See if we can knock this heavy end off. Almost took out my pup. All right, leave the other one there. Perfect. Oh, yeah. Nice. Pretty. We were going to do shish kebabs tonight. However, it's crazy windy and we were just gonna roast them right over the fire. But it's just super windy, and then I turned up the RV's like coldness level with experimenting with the fridge, and it froze the chicken all the way. So, and same with the steak. So I've got frozen steak and frozen chicken. So I think the best thing to do is cube it as small as possible, not as possible, but cube it, and then just cook it right on the flat top and cook the vegetables on the flat top like it's a, you know, almost stir fry style. So we're gonna try that. So the two, we're gonna do roasted chicken for the chicken and some red jalapeno garlic for the steak. Get a little bit of oil, pour it in there. Get my seasoning, give it a good healthy dosey-losey. All right, got the knife and board washed, got my hands washed. So time to cut up some vegetables now.
They said he was a mystery artist.
A mystery artist? Bob Ross was a mystery artist. Oh, digging that hole today wrecked my back. I just got the chicken on. We're gonna slow cook it because it is so frozen. Just little by little before we do all the veggies, and obviously the steak will go on last just because the steak cooks real quick even though it's still a little frozen too. But so we're starting with the chicken, and then we'll move to the veggies, and then we'll move to the steak. Chicken's mostly cooked. Gonna add a little oil, throw the veggies right on. And my family doesn't love mushrooms, but I love mushrooms. So we're gonna throw some mushrooms in here for me. This chicken's at like a 90% done. So I'm actually gonna pull it off. And I'm gonna turn the burner down on the veggies here. I'm gonna cook that steak, then I'm gonna combine it all into one and finish cooking the chicken and finish cooking the steak and all the veggies together. Just gonna dump that steak right on. It's gonna cook super fast. Spread all that steak out. Okay, that steak's all done. We're gonna turn that burner back up on the veggies, re-add the chicken. All right, my wife likes pineapple with hers, so we're gonna add and cook some pineapple with it. All right, now we're gonna let that pineapple juice kind of steam everything for just a minute or so. Oh, perfect. What a good camp meal. Oh, nice. Great. Everyone's still asleep here at the Scollyn Acres Wood, but I'm gonna get started on cinnamon rolls. Just like last time, we have it almost every time we leave. Burn myself. Alright. They're going. Just thought I'd show this. My daughter painted our benches that we have around the campfire. So she made little mountains. And then a moon. Now we have painted benches. So I think one of my favorite times of the day up here is early morning. You have your hot coffee and you're just out here listening to the birds chirp and the wind through the trees. That's probably some of my favorite times, just quiet mornings in the mountains. As Bilbo Baggins once said, it is no small thing to celebrate a quiet life. And I feel like mornings up here really accentuate that. So we're gonna pack up and go home today. I'll show you how we mouse-proof the RV, how we keep everything plugged so mice and varmints don't get in it, the steps we take. So but we're gonna have some cinnamon rolls for breakfast and we're gonna start packing. So look done. Alright, let's frost these bad beasts up. All right, time to break camp. Start taking everything down. All right, so camp's about all packed up. We need to load the truck, but before we do that, we mouse-proof everything. We have a rodent repellent we spray on all of our tire areas, all of our undercarriage of the RV. Apparently this smell is supposed to make rodents not want to come by us. So anywhere they're gonna climb up, anything they're gonna climb on, we spray it on so that they can't or don't want to come by the RV. And the pop out has a big hole in it right here. So what I've done is I've taken these mesh pieces, and then I put magnets on them. So magnets to there, sealing that hole, because the mice would come up here and run into the RV. So that blocks that pathway. And we still spray it. And the next thing we do, my wife sprays essential oils inside here. All right, so this guy turns on. This has 3 different speakers on it, and that flash, we set that right there. And that also annoys all the mice so that they don't invade the RV. Now, I don't have shore power here. Everything's running off solar and battery. So I have this really long line that comes up to this DC unit that I installed. It's a little, so that's what powers this guy. Everything's locked up. We'll just double check in everything. But we're mouse protected. We're all locked up. Well, almost locked up, doing the final locks now. All right. All the windows shut. Okay, we're all packed up. Time to head home. We're coming up next weekend to install the outhouse. We got that hole all the way dug. So we'll just need to level the land a little more and then build around the dig site. So when you poop, you'll be able to see that beautiful view.